Both Mrs. Stix and I have been having a lot of fun in Mongil Stardive. She actually streamed it for several hours over on launch night. I am going to have an official review of the game up. This is not an official review. This is like a, hey, I've been playing it for like 15 to 20 hours and here are my unsponsored thoughts kind of video. The review, of course, will be up on my review channel. You should go ahead and subscribe to that if you're not already. Now, both Mrs. Stix and I have covered this game on numerous different occasions. We were sponsored by multiple different companies to fly out to Gamescom 2025, to Tokyo Game Show 2025, where we got to do showcases for Mongil Stardive, 7 Deadly Sins Origin, Arknights Enfield, Neverness to Everness, Honor of King's World, and Nanta, and so many more. We have covered every single stage of this game's development, from its conception, its announcement, every single beta test phase. We're in contact with the community manager. We've been sponsored on numerous different occasions, and I will stress this once again, this is not a sponsored video. Now, my unsponsored thoughts are pretty much the same as my sponsored thoughts, so but I mean, this is something that you guys know about me anyway. I'm always very genuine, very honest in everything I say. One thing that I am immensely appreciative of is the fact that this is not just another open world gacha game. On the contrary, it is a segregated world gacha game. So something like Honkai Star Rail, or maybe even to some extent Arknights Enfield, where there are, well, to a lesser extent Arknights Enfield, but this game features a linear world with diverging areas that allow for you to freely explore and acquire treasure chests, fight elite monsters. It offers a form and extended degree of exploration without overwhelming you necessarily with the urge to spend hours and hours running out in any direction you see to acquire everything there, to explore everything there. And as I noted, it doesn't overwhelm you, because open world games, there is so much to see, so much to do, that I have grown wary of actually dedicating time to them, to dedicating time to exploring them. They're just so time consuming, and there's just so much involved. You burn through hours, days, and then a new area comes out and you burn through days, and then a new area, a new patch, and then when you juggle like Genshin, Wuwa, Enfield, NTE, which is upcoming, Ananta, Azure Premilia, you're gonna have no time to do anything other than explore these worlds. So that is, of course, why Nikke, OG Arknight, Guardian Tales, Path to Nowhere, and more recently Star Savior, Chaos Zero Nightmare all occupy a regular rotation in the games that I play, because they don't require this and they're not tedious or not arduous. You can just kind of log in, you push through them for like 10-15 minutes, if that, every day. Some of them you only play for 5, and then you're done. A new patch comes out, you spend maybe 5 minutes in it per day. You don't need to worry about exploring, because there's nothing to see or do other than the waifus themselves. You can definitely explore the waifus themselves if you want to. I'm not going to judge. The game itself, though, disregarding the exploration, disregarding the world, is just a breath of fresh air. It is genuinely one of the most fun games that I've played in terms of gacha games. I think it rivals or comes too close to rivaling Guardian Tales. I don't know if you guys have played Guardian Tales. If you haven't, then you guys are missing out, because it's one of the best gacha games out there. The animations are incredibly fluid. The story itself is just, I don't even know how to really explain it. Fun, humorous, doesn't take itself seriously, full of just engaging characters and interactions. It flows seamlessly, and is probably, with I think the only other game on the immediate horizon I can think of being NTE, the most expressive gacha game in terms of animations that I've seen. Yo, I don't mean to interrupt the video, but I need to take a moment here to thank all my incredible patrons over on Patreon, whose support continues to allow for me to do regular videos like this every single day on this channel. Thank y'all so much, including our YouTube channel members. You guys mean the world to me. So do you guys as viewers as well. Now, without further ado, let's continue. They absolutely knocked it out of the park with this. It has very fun combat. I noted it had great fluid animations. The combat itself is very fun. Each character feels unique. It doesn't feel too complicated, too complex. I think that is also something that is a benefit to it. It is very casual friendly, and it's not really very difficult. Not from what I've played. anyway. Again, I played every single version of the game. I was given direct access with a fully leveled account with fully maximized characters and all content unlocked, and it didn't really seem very difficult. It wasn't really, and again, like that's part of the appeal to me, because I don't want to dedicate days and days worth of time and effort to grinding one single boss monster. With how many sponsors I do, how many games come out regularly, how many videos I have to do and streams I have to do regularly, I just don't have time to dedicate to it. Now, there are a couple things that I do genuinely dislike about it. On the one hand, there are so many crashes present in this game. This is in her first like hour, crashed multiple times. I've crashed like 6 times when just recording the footage for this video in the background, and we're not the only ones. There are tons of different people that have been crashing for numerous different reasons over the last like 2 days since the game launched. Now, I'm gonna be honest with all of you here. This game has more crashes collectively than my entire Asian family has amassed over the course of their life. Yeah, that's only just for me this morning. The pool economy isn't great. It's not terrible. This is a Netmarble game, but I have had enough to actually do like the 5 polls on the intro banner and a couple standard polls as well. So in reality, it could be a lot worse. I remember, God, there have been multiple games that released recently that have had terrible pull economies. Heaven Hells, Star Sailors, Time It and Squad. So on the flip side, this is actually not bad. I will take a game that allows for me to do like 100 polls in the first 20 hours over a game that won't. It's not the most generous launch. There have been plenty of gacha games out there also recently, like Star Savior and Chaos Zero Nightmare, that have offered a lot in terms of free polls, in terms of pull economy. The stamina isn't terrible, but it is required for literally everything that isn't the main story. So like there are so many cool new things that pop up periodically that you unlock over time, and it's like that requires stamina, that upgrade, that material. Like there is an egregious amount of stamina required to actually like upgrade and progress your characters and account, more so than I found in a lot of games this early in the game. Like I played through Star Sailor, god damn it, Star Savior. I don't know, I've poured almost 250 hours into that game, and like the first 50 hours you barely need to actually push through content for your stamina. Like you don't really have a necessity really for the materials, but in this game within like 5 hours you're already out of stamina for materials because you require them such an extensive amount to actually upgrade your characters. So I don't know, I feel like you just need so much, and it's kind of sad. I really wish they'd tone that down. This is kind of akin to Chaos Zero. Well, no, it's probably worse than Chaos Zero Nightmare's material requirements that they actually nerfed and fixed way back. I think it was like November or December. The puzzles are very cute. They're very easy, but they're very cute and very fun. Provides a little bit more of a reason to actually explore the linear areas. And in terms of the stamina system, I love the fact that there's a sweep feature. I fucking hate when games don't have a sweep feature. Genuinely, like every game needs it. It's a quality of life that just every single game needs. If you don't have it, then you don't really provide me much incentive to play your game, because it just multiplies the time you need to spend doing the tedious, arduous activities by multiples. And at the end of the day, like, again, I'm gonna have a video up going over everything in more extensive detail, a little bit more elaborative detail, and showcasing everything the game has to offer. But I just wanted to, it's been like 2 days since the game launched. I wanted to say, here are my thoughts. I'm having fun. I am. The game has its issues, sure. It's not perfect. No, definitely not. But at the end of the day, this is a very fun game, and I've been enjoying myself immensely, and so has Mrs. Stix. Again, just completely unsponsored. But if you're interested in playing it, then I'd strongly urge you to go ahead and try it, because this game, as I noted, is a breath of fresh air in a game that has a lot of games, or in a genre rather, that has a lot of games that are all very much so alike. I know you think that you just hit the end of the video, and technically, yeah, you have. And I know your first reaction is to close out of it at this juncture, but don't. No. Instead, I urge you to take a moment here and click one of the videos on screen that are coming up in just a moment, so you remain up to date with everything going on in the gacha genre. Trust me, you are not going to regret doing so. stay flaccid.